64 categories. So maybe what I could do is just email you guys, and I can say like, okay, you take accounting, ACCTG, all the way to bio or whatever, and those are the categories, and you just need to get one book from that. Does that sound
Yeah.
okay? I
Yeah.
see, like, what kind of method is this? Like, would this still qualify as systematic?
I would think almost what we're doing is, it kind of reminds me of like either cluster or it could mean systematic. I guess it could be systematic.
We don't have to get as many books, though, if we could make it like a legit cluster sample.
Yeah. I guess if we do like systematic, because we're doing like every like second department, maybe.
Does that work?
I don't know.
Like you want desired sample size and then your population.
Yeah.
I had a thought. Okay. And then I lost my thought.
Oh.
I don't remember. Maybe it'll come to me.
Hang on, just.
Do you think that it would just be, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking about it too much, but would it almost be better if we just saw if there was a department that had 64 textbooks in it, possibly?
Ooh.
I don't know how we would do that.
Or education? Because they're
education has a lot.
The other thing too is technically online, if you look, they already have the price comparison for Amazon typically on these books. So do we want to go with? My husband's making fun of me. Oh, you guys are finally doing the book idea. Interesting. Yes, took your advice. Anyway, so we could do, if we did the, I just totally lost my train of thought, but if we did the education department, it could be legit, or the business department.
Yeah, because that way.
Okay, so how did you do your sampling?
We did our sampling. We went into the student store. We randomly selected.
We can't do that. Well, I guess we could online.
We just randomly selected like 20 books or however many it was to sample, and then we just compared those to book back. Those same books to book back.
What kind of sampling strategy did you say that was?
Random sample.
Simple random?
Yeah, we just randomly.
Okay, what if we did just be losers and just did simple random sampling and we all just randomly chose 8 books?
Do we have to do 8 books or 16?
Well, if we're not doing systematic, then all we need is a sample size of 30. And if we each got 8, then that's 32.
Okay.
Yeah. So I counted all the education courses. They have about, if I counted right, 27 courses.
If they want to do systematic, you go.
About 20.
It'll be more complicated though.
Every 5th book on the second row. So you go to the second row, 5th book, okay, boom. Second row, 5th book, boom. Like that. So you don't know what book it's going to be. Does it make sense?
Okay, so I guess we all will just get 8 random books. They can be anything as long as the university store and Amazon has it. And if we just do the price comparison, if you like click the book to see how much it is at the university store, then it'll have the Amazon price most of the time underneath, so we won't even have to go to more than one website. So it'll literally be super simple.
And then to make sure that each one of us has a different, like we have at least 30, we can do a Google Doc Excel, write down the book that we have and the prices, and then that way we can make sure that all of them are different. Like 2 of them can be the same, at least 2, because we'll have 32. But if we have most of them different, at least 30 different, then we're set.
Well, yeah, and if we end up like choosing the same book, it's really not a big deal just for one person to find another book.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'll create, I just got on Google Drive. I'll create another Google Doc for us, and then we can just, as we go, we can just type them in, the price and the title and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think we're good on this project as long as Sister Wilkinson is.
Yeah. We might, because like we might want to like email in and say, or like resubmit it because we changed it a little bit from systematic
sampling
to simple sampling.
Yeah, I can do that.
Because like, since we're basically using the book idea that she gave us, I feel like she should approve it. And it is quantitative because we're using the independent t-test. I see no problem that she should not approve it.
Yeah. All right, is there anything else that we need to do besides start finding books?
I don't think so right now.
Okay, and then it says on like the thing, right, that for our data collection, we'll each submit it individually, right? On the home page, doesn't she say something about that?
That sounds right to me.
It might be, I don't remember. Yeah, it says on the homepage each person on the team will turn in their own data collection.
Okay.
So
yeah, so we just gotta keep track of whose data is who on the Google Doc.
We can all just do different colors. Whenever you guys put in your stuff, you can do, red, blue, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we can just put on the top, we can have a key. And then, so technically, I think it'd be fine if we have that, like a color code, and then say like Miranda purple or whatever at the top, then we could all same document, but it would still like show that we all had different parts, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Okay. So I created a little chart thing. I don't think there's quite 32 slots, but you guys, I'm assuming, know how to insert rows if you need to.
Okay, are we all good to get started on the quiz?
Yes.
I think so.
I've been so underdedicated to this week, so
I have to.
so
Getting
sorry.
late in the semester.
Yeah, sorry that I'm in your group. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and I've been feeling the final even though I'm online because I have so many this week. So I've been really busy with work.
Yeah.
Okay, I sent you guys that chart thing to your Gmail, so hopefully you'll get that later.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, I just got it.
Okay.
I just got the invitation.
At least we don't have 20 questions this quiz.
Yay. So this first one, we are looking at the voting preferences between men and women. And it wants to do the appropriate hypothesis for this question. Do men's voting preferences differ significantly from women? Was it the first one that we're saying that they're not independent, that they are the same, and they are independent is our hypothesis? So therefore that we are HOA.
Mine is, oh, there it goes.
I think it's the first one. The other ones kind of don't make sense.
I mean, it's either that or the third one where they're different already and we're trying to prove that they're the same.
I think, if I remember the reading right, I think it's the third one because I think the null hypothesis is always independent
Oh.
and the alternative is always not independent. Let me scroll down to the bottom again. Yeah, the null hypothesis is the first variable and the second variable are independent. And the alternative hypothesis is the first variable and the second variable are not independent.
Got it. That's still confusing based on the question, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is the equation for computing the degrees of freedom?
That's the number of minus 1.
What?
Option
It's
3.
the minus 1.
So the very last one.
Yeah.
And 5 is asking what is the correct choice for degrees of freedom for this problem.
Is it 4? No, it's 2. Because you ignore totals, so therefore it's a 3 by 2. The 2 times 3, so the answer would be 2.
Yeah. right?
Yeah, I get the same thing because we don't count the total, do we?
I don't think that, according to the video that I was trying to listen to, he didn't do the total. He just did well, in the case that he was working on, the other ones.
Right. So you have Democratic, Republican, and Independent. So 3 columns by 2 rows, men and women, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you subtract 1 from each, so that'd give you 2 times 1, or 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the requirements are that you must have a simple random sample to obtain a sample from a single population. And then the other requirement is that each expected count must be greater than or equal to 5.
So the answer is yes, right? You can narrow it down to one of the 3 choices.
I was thinking,
Which one? Yes, there are at least 5 expected counts in each cell. That's the one you guys would choose.
Yes, that's what I think, because that's the only thing that even makes sense.
Okay.
yeah.
I can't hear you guys very well for some reason.
Okay, so then we have to find the the chi-square test statistic for this problem.
I thought there was a way to be able to do that. They said how to do it by hand.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find because all I'm seeing are the SPSS instructions.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so I have no idea how we're supposed to do this if we don't have the file. Unless we're supposed to put all this into Excel or something. Because I just went through the whole chapter, I scrolled through the whole chapter, and I don't see anything about how to do it by hand.
I wonder if I saw it in the video, because I thought there was a way to do it by hand.
I thought so.
They might.
But
So I found a formula on line.
yeah, but
You guys want me to try it and see what I get?
so
I guess.
Because, like, it makes sense because so what you do, I'll show you guys what I found.
Okay.
So it's just this right here. So basically you're just minusing and subtracting and adding and multiplying and dividing all of the numbers in the table.
Oh! Yeah, it's like you do one number minus the other number. Divided by that last number?
Yeah,
It must
and
be the video.
so it's like A let's see. A times D minus B times C, and then you square that times A plus B plus C plus D. And then you divide that by the 4 totals from the bottom columns and rows. So just A plus C, and then C plus D, and B plus D, and A plus C.
So since this is the one that's in the book that you're showing is a 2x2, does it matter that ours is a 3x2?
I don't know. Let me keep scrolling. I didn't think about that. Let's see what table one. Okay.
At least we found something though. I mean, okay, I don't know. I don't know if this isn't really that important, but on Tuesday, me and Jake pulled up our books. He had his on the same exact page as mine, and his book was telling him to do like it was a different equation to follow than mine was.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Like it was the same thing, the same story, everything. And we were like, well, how the heck are we supposed to know which one to go with?
Yeah.
So
It was
right here I found a table that has 3. It's 3 by 3.
So, I found the one on the video that I was thinking about. And where's the share screen button? I don't know, but it's the observed count that is all squared divided by the expected count. And then you have to like do multiple of those to add it. But I'm not sure how you're supposed to know what the observed count and the expected count is.
Yeah,
So I guess we could try what Emily found.
I just don't know how it works with this table. But there's the other one.
I just don't understand, like, you know that there's a ton of other people having this same issue. I don't know. It just would be nice if there was like some way to do this in the book or on the announcements or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next question asks for the p-value.
Yeah.
But I didn't think there was a way that you could do p-value by hand.
I don't know. And then they gave us the normal probability applet. So I was thinking maybe with that other one that we had used in the past, it did have that degrees of freedom sign. But we don't have that either.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be able to calculate this by hand? Because, like, I'm trying to look up what, like, a 3x3 table looks like or whatever. And, it looks super complicated.
Yeah.
So there are Excel instructions where you put in the information. I'm wondering if that's what we need to do.
I feel like that's probably what we need to do.
I was like, that's the easiest way.
It says there's an Excel sheet. So if you're on it in a chapter, there's like some type of Excel sheet thing that you click on and you to some file. And then you put the data in the same way that it's entered on the table, I guess.
Where did you find that, Abby?
It is kind of in the middle of the chapter. It's under 3 reasons for seeking chiropractic care.
Okay.
I haven't tried it, but I'll try to. Oh, well, maybe that's not good because I clicked on the little link thing and all it says is help Excel tools. So.
Right.
So, Mike, I have a question. Could we just put this data into SPSS and conduct a chi-square test, like typing the data in from the table?
Maybe.
I would think so.
I have no clue what it's even talking about with the SPSS thing, though.
Yeah, I think we have to do the weight cases and then do the cross tabs.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna try it. If I can remember how to get into SPSS.
Hey.
I'm taking my muscle relaxer now because my back's hurt.
I don't think I know how to put data into SPSS. I can't get it to work. Can you guys?
I'm trying.
Mine is taking forever to open.
So far, I'm putting stuff in, but I mean, I don't know if it's actually going to work or not.
It won't let me put female or male in.
In the columns?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I did the rows, like Republican, Democrat, Independent. I did that. But I don't know how to change it to male or female either. Does that matter? Do we need to have that there?
I have
Or
no
can we
clue.
go off of value? Because in our heads, we can know like 1 is female, 2 is male. I don't know.
I found an online calculator.
Okay, so it tells you how to put. What do you do once you put the data in?
I don't know, guys, but I think I'm getting somewhere with this. What section are you under, Abby?
I found some stuff that I think is the instructions on.
Have you done the data and the weight cases and all that?
Yeah, that's what I'm just starting on.
Okay. So according to this handy dandy online calculator that I found, the chi-square statistic is 16.2037, and the p-value is 0.00303, and the result is significant.
Okay, what was that again?
So the chi-square statistic is 16.204. I assume it tells us to round to just 3 decimal places, right?
Yeah.
And the p-value according to that?
Give me just 1 second. It is 0.00303, so 0.000.
0.0003.
Well,
0.003.
So is it 3 zeros or is it 003?
It's just 3 zeros.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to send you a link to this in case you can't figure it out for the homework?
If that's cool.
can you send us the link?
Yeah, I'm just gonna post it here in the group chat, and then you guys can do what you want to with it.
I'm trying, but I don't know if I'm doing this right.
So then you said that there's sufficient evidence to suggest that they're not independent?
There is sufficient evidence to suggest that the gender and voting preferences are independent. Is that what you thought?
Are independent? Okay.
I don't know.
I would say are not independent.
Well, the are not would be the alternative hypothesis.
Yeah, and so when P is low, HO goes.
So the first one?
That's what I'm thinking.
I wonder if on their quiz they messed up and they didn't link the data file.
That other small shirt is.
I don't know, because it does give you instructions on how to do it.
How to enter the data?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm getting closer.
Oh, I think I get what I was doing wrong now.
What?
So, Abby, when you typed yours in, did you right-click on the blue bar that says variable and then hit insert variable?
I did it in the, what's it called? I did it
Just
in
in
the,
the
if you go
little
to the variable view, if you go to the variable view, then you can just type it in if you double click it. If that makes any sense. But now I'm confused because I got all the way to the part where you're supposed to do crosstabs and everything was working out, but the issue is that I don't have a column. I'm kind of confused because on their example, they have location, motivation, and count all as their titles of the rows, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
But now it's saying that they put the location in the rows and the motivation in the columns. So I don't understand, like, how are we supposed to do that with multiple things though, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
So I think like for like the gender, the one that we just got done with, if you do like for theirs, since they have like the, if you do like Republican, Democratic, Independent,
Yeah, and then total.
and then location, yeah, and then location instead you do female, male, and then total, and then the count, like you would have it repeating. Does that make sense?
So are you saying that you think I should add female, male, and total, like in other rows, but then put them in the column section whenever I do the crosstabs? If that makes any sense.
I think so. Like I haven't been able to change the variable, so
Okay, let me try, guys.
okay.
I'll try to be a trooper here, but I don't know how well it's gonna go. I mean, my only concern is like, this looks like this is the whole chapter, and I guarantee we're gonna be tested on this.
Yeah.
So, oh,
I'm working on calculating like the one that they give us the data for.
okay.
But
Let's see
I
what
wonder.
happens.
Yeah, and I wonder if anybody's like asked a question about this on the test, since the instructions aren't super clear, or on like the discussion board or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then either Friday or Monday, I can ask one of my coworkers that does statistics. Or go into the math lab, ask them, and have them try to explain it to me, and then I can try to help you guys understand too.
That would be great.
That would be lovely.
Yeah, 'cause I'm lost and confused right now.
So location would be our row variable, and reason would be our column variable, right?
Do you want me to just show you what I'm doing? I'm just gonna show you.
So did you move on to the next problem?
Me?
Yeah, are you still on the male-female problem?
Yeah, okay, this is what I'm doing. So, do you see, maybe, hopefully that's somewhat clear. I'm adding more rows technically, but I'll show you. Okay, so we're gonna go to analyze. Am I clicking? No, okay. Analyze, and then you go to descriptive statistics, and then you go, oh, sorry. This is kind of difficult to do. And then you go to crosstabs, which this is all in the instructions, but so you do that. And then there's this area here. So I'm thinking I can do the Republican, Democrat, Independent, and total from that there, and then the female in the column, male. Do you get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
But wouldn't your
So I'm
female male be your rows and your other ones be your column? Because they're listed like up and down. And female,
so that's why
horizontally.
they did this. So they did the same thing in the instructions though, because in the instructions it said their example, it has like location, motivation, whatever, and they have it in rows too, but then they tell you to put it into a column whenever you go to the crosstabs part. Does that make sense?
So it's like opposite. So if
Yeah,
on the table it's in a column, it should be in a row on SPSS.
Yeah. You just do everything in rows, and then you tell SPSS what you actually mean. when you do the crosstabs.
I don't know what you're reading because I'm reading something that says after weighting cases, you're ready to conduct the hypothesis test. Then you do analyze descriptive statistics, crosstabs, and then it says move location or whatever your row variable is into the box labeled row.
So
And then it says move motivation or whatever your column variable is into the box labeled columns.
yeah,
So I'm confused.
so I see the same thing. I'll show you. Okay. So earlier, if you scroll up on that same, oh, okay, here we go. The same thing. If you just scroll up from where you're at, Emily, that's the part that I was at too. But if you scroll up, there's this, and this is how they input the data on SPSS. It's the first SPSS instructions, and they put the location, motivation, and count are all rows.
Yeah, I understand that. So I'm just asking, like, I'm at the crosstabs part. So I moved on to the next question, like where they gave us the data set just to see what it looked like.
On SPSS, do they have it in columns for that other data set?
Yeah, it's all in columns.
How does that?
But it doesn't look to me like that they have their like their rows listed. I'm kind of past it, so I can't really see it now. Do you want to see what it looks like? Actually, I fixed it.
I just am confused.
Because they have, so if you scroll down in your quiz to the information for problem 10, where that data file is, they have a column for reason, and
If you look on
within that reason, they've got all of the different reasons, so like all of their column data listed underneath reason.
Abigail, if you look, I have my screen sharing.
Yeah. Good.
So they have reason, and then they have the location repeated it for every reason. And then again for the second, they have the reason again repeated here for the different location.
So how do you make that? They're not even telling us how we make that though.
So I think how to make it is you do like Republican, and then you have I don't know what just happened. Then Democrat, Independent, and then you do female, and then you put the numbers, and then you repeat again for here, and then put males here, and then repeat again, and then put the total. Does that make sense?
I don't think we need to put the totals. This one doesn't show them.
Yeah, it doesn't have the totals on there, so I think that you leave the totals off. Because SPSS should calculate the total, right?
That could be. I don't know.
I'm confused.
Well, that's true. We don't have total, so.
Okay, so I don't even get. Oh, here we go. I have some information, but I don't know if I did this right. So I'm gonna check and see if it's the same as what you had found online, Emily.
Okay.
I don't think I did this right.
I don't know what I did, but for some reason, everything I just calculated, it didn't show up with an output window.
That's not cool.
Well, I think at this point I'll just go with what you found and roll with it. Because none of this information even makes sense.
Yeah, it's not giving me an output window for some reason.
Let me
So
see.
if either of you guys can get it to give you an output window, you know.
I'll try, but I was.
Still nothing for me, so.
Okay, so I have an output, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for within it.
So it says that,
If it's even right.
yeah, so it says that the x-squared test statistic is presented in the output box labeled chi-squared test. This test statistic is given the row labeled Pearson chi-squared and in the column labeled value.
Okay, so my only concern is I have two.
Yeah,
You have two of them.
I have two different ones. So I have one.
You have.
Because
Do you want to show us what you have, Abby?
yeah, I can show you. Because if it's by columns, then technically, I don't know. I'll just show you, and I'll try to explain whenever I show you. So I put reason and location in the columns, and then
But I don't think
I
reason
did.
and location should both be in the columns. Location should have been in the rows.
Yeah.
Why?
Because if the original table that they give us, location is all the rows.
Oh,
and columns.
Okay.
So if I did it right, but the weird thing is I have a little A next to my number. So that's what confuses me. There's that little A. But so I get 7.436.
There's an A next to the example one in the textbook.
Okay. I
Okay. That literally was confusing me, so I wasn't sure.
I redid it, and I'm still getting two different things. I put the location in the rows with the count, and I put the, is that right? And then I put the reason in the column, but I still am getting two different answers. Because there's a whole thing for count and reason, and then there's a whole nother thing for count and location. Are you having the same thing, Miranda? Do you have two different bar graphs and two different chi-square tests? If you scroll down.
Let me give me a second and I'll show you what I have. So this is where my crosstabs start, and then I have these guys. And then
so yours is only based off of location and reason. So you never put anything in about the count.
No, I was trying to read on the book, and I didn't think I saw anything. Yeah, it doesn't say anything to put the count.
That is so weird. I reopened it, and for some reason, I'm still not getting an output window, so it must be something I'm doing. But I'm following the book, like...
Sorry.
Did you do the data and the weight cases?
Yeah, I did the weight cases, and then you have to click on the weight cases by button, and then put count as your variable.
Right. Okay, let me try. I'll try this again. So you didn't put count in the row though. Like you totally leave count out.
Yes.
So weird. So I'm getting the same answer as you now, 7.436. I'm just confused why we don't do anything with the count.
I don't know. Maybe because since we put count as our variable, it includes the count with with the location and reason, maybe?
Maybe. So that's what our test statistic is?
Yeah. And the degrees of freedom is 8. And then for the p-value, I get 0.490.
Did you just put the test statistic number in the probability applet?
So the two-sided number that it gives you.
Okay, so 0.490?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you still having issues with me?
You guys on? Yeah. It won't work. I think SPSS is like not responding.
Okay. So number 11, the answer is 8.
Okay.
Question 12, the answer is 7.436.
Okay. And you guys are working on 13?
13 is 0.490.
Okay.
So it's bigger than the level of significance.
So
Yeah,
number
so it's
14, then there is insufficient evidence to suggest the motivation to visit a chiropractor is not intentional.
yeah, that's the one I was thinking.
Okay, I will submit this and see if our crazy stuff is right.
I just did. We got 100.
Yeah, we're all good.
Sweet.
I guess that website that you found, Emily, works.
Yeah.
That's
Doesn't
gonna
really
be a
teach us how to
keeper.
do it, but it's there.
Yeah. Because I was
Yay.
like, I don't know how to input anything into